will show you 5 beautiful builds for your survival world. I will share my secrets about unique shapes, block palettes, and most importantly, coming up with a cool idea. I made a beautiful swamp cabin. The special thing about it is that I built it on water. It's being held up by a lot of stilts that go all the way to the ocean floor. For the foundation I used stone bricks and the mossy version like it's overgrown by seagrass. The walls are made of mud blocks and acacia logs in the corners. I like how well jungle planks go together with mud bricks. You could also mix in some mushroom blocks or granite. Even rooted dirt has a similar color to be part of the build. The fantasy roof has a mangrove wood trim and the rest is crimson wood. I love how magical these two blocks look together. I also added signs and trapdoors as detailing blocks. Then we also have a nice brick chimney at the top. Remember the times before campfires when we had to use cobwebs to create fake smoke? Good that those times are over. Because it is a water house, I made 2 docks that I detailed using trapdoors, plants and campfires. I've got some basic interior inside like the storage area, a bed and some cake. Then there is a lot of greenery and details around the house, like these glowberry vines hanging from the building, azalea leaves that go all the way into the water, and a cute little lantern design at the docks. I even used an invisibility potion on a chicken, so it looks like the lead is connected to the boat. You can find some fun creative ways to get to this house, like using a drip leaf parkour, a lily pad road, or you can be the coolest kid in town and ride in with your chest boat. This colorful fantasy house uses a lot of different blocks. To achieve a unique house shape, I made 4 different builds connected to each other. Variation is essential for a unique build, which is why I use different strip wood types and even mushroom blocks as the walls, sitting on a beautiful mud foundation. The 2 netherwood types have a really vibrant color and stand out nicely together with the red color of the mangrove wood. So to make this house you will have to find a mangrove biome, go to the nether and find the crimson and warp biomes and also collect jungle, spruce, oak and birch. But it is worth the grind and you can have fun adventures on the way. I detailed this house with a balcony full of plants, chimneys made of mud bricks, a little flower market with very vibrant colors, detailed window designs using spruce and jungle, and a stone path with beautiful wildflower fields around it. The exterior decoration is really important for every build. If the surroundings look ugly, then the build will look less beautiful too. There's enough space to create more than 5 different rooms that you can decorate as you like. This room here is a storage room with a wardrobe and a lot of clutter everywhere. The room leads into a kitchen that is also the window to the market stall. There's a little spooky surprise up here. Subscribe or he will get you. Up here's a bedroom leading into a messy enchanting room that has a ladder going up to a brewing room with a beautiful balcony. And when we go around the house, we can find 2 more separate rooms, a kitchen and a bedroom. In this mangrove swamp surrounded by jungle trees lies a beautiful lake, and I created my own custom frog sanctuary here. I made 3 different frog statues sitting on little floating islands. I tried to recreate the 3 colored frog mobs as closely as possible. Every frog is also a little water fountain. I also made small floating islands with frog light lanterns. A nice build hack is to place an amethyst crystal on top of a warp trapdoor and surround it with lily pads to make a beautiful water lily. The pond itself is decorated with all sorts of corals and seagrass and pickles to light it up. A lot of frog light balloons are flying away from the pond as if someone has just set them free. It looks really beautiful at night and it is a safe place for your frogs to live. If you want to build your own frog pond, check out my tutorial. Before we check out 2 more amazing builds, you gotta like and subscribe or this axolotl will be sad. I've always wanted to build with a scary sculk block, so I made a lighthouse on the shore. I was inspired by the sculk shrieker to build this claw-like foundation that holds the rest of the lighthouse. The lighthouse usually has red and white stripes, but I made a beautiful gradient stripe instead. First you place 2 layers of warped wood, and then place sculk vines in the middle and a layer of sculk blocks on top, and it is a beautiful transition from one color to another. And for the white stripes, I mixed up calcite and quartz bricks. And at the top we have frog lights surrounded by magenta glass and a beautiful warped tower roof. Then I made this mystical path leading to the lighthouse. The sand has turned grey and the plants have dried out. I also placed some warped fences and lampposts and amethyst crystals to complement the colors of the lighthouse. The inside of the lighthouse is full of sculk blocks and a vine growing all the way to the top. Everything is full of magical floating candles too. Next up we have an elven fantasy house standing in a beautiful meadow surrounded by mangrove trees. It looks very mystical and dreamy, so if you need a good block palette, try out this one. I'm using mud as the foundation, but I chose a special wall block, the mushroom stems. They are a bit of a grind to get, but they have this unique wavy texture that contributes to the fantasy style. But the best part of this build is the roof. I used the A-frame roof design, but I made it curve around at the edges and lower in the middle. I also added an additional roof part in the center and a beautiful moon sign on top. If you want to learn how to build pretty roofs like this, go check out my How to Build a Better Roof video after this one. To give the house a unique layout, I also added a smaller build attached to it, a little shack, a cute little balcony and a beautiful entrance to the house. The house itself has 3 floors that I turned into a simple storage room, a bedroom full of books and a cozy attic to chill and listen to music. And to decorate the exterior, I added a flower bed and a lush gazebo. Pro tip for building a path, either use greenery and fences or slabs and blocks to separate the path from its surroundings. If you need more build ideas, for example for deep slate houses, go check out one of these videos.